I want to talk before we take a break and then hit the tournament about Brad Stevens, because he would be, I guess, out of all the ones that you mentioned, the least well known about what makes him tick. We saw what happened with Butler, and man, oh man, did Danny Ainge see something in him that was obviously perfect for the NBA, and just the way his demeanor, his concepts, the way he goes about his job. He just always seems, in a sport where I think we've seen all the offenses, we've seen all the schemes, he seems to come up with wrinkles that no one else sees. What makes him tick, best you can tell? You know,
people call Brad Stevens a genius. And I think that's actually a little bit of an insult.
Okay.
Because that implies that...
Because he's smarter than that?
Because he's smarter than that, yes.
Right.
It's an insult to geniuses. Right. It implies that it comes easily for him. That I just, it just kind of things enter my mind. Brad Stevens, and he really, maybe more than any of the other coaches I interviewed, he really took me inside his process.
Okay.
And we went like through his game day, hour by hour, and how many hours he spends here. Like one thing he does is he makes it a rule never to sleep on airplanes, because he doesn't want to be cramming. So he has a process where he watches the last 3 games of each opponent, and it takes him 2 hours in each game, and he breaks down what he needs, and then he has his little template where he takes his notes, and then he has a pad of templates that he's developed over the years that he takes his notes and he whittles it down further into his game sheet that he puts in his pocket. And he almost never has to take it out of his pocket, because through that process, he knows what's there. Part of his process on game day, and this is actually how I lead his chapter, is he plays 20 minutes of Miss Pac-Man.
Hold on a minute.
So everybody, all the parents out there telling like me, telling my sons don't play any video games, as part of his game day process, when he's at home, he's got a little console that his wife got for him, 20 minutes of Miss Pac-Man. It has 2 benefits. One, it's just like what he calls his mindfulness. I tried to pitch him on meditate.
I'm ordering a Pac-Man machine right now.
It's about the only thing you don't have in the studio, by the way, which is like so much nicer than Dan Patrick's, I want to say. This is an amazing studio.
That's a new drop.
There you go. So it's like a moment of mindfulness for him. He's not superstitious. He's not like super anal. Like he can adjust his routine, but he likes his routine.
Sure.
And also, you know what the other benefit is? It makes him really good at Miss Pac-Man. So when someone comes over and they want to play him at Miss Pac-Man, he's going to beat you at Miss Pac-Man, and he's going to talk about beating you at Miss Pac-Man. So having covered Brad at Butler and gotten to know him well, and the phrase I always use with him is, don't let the smooth taste fool you. He looks like he just got bar mitzvahed. The nicest guy in the world. He's got this great sideline demeanor where he never, not only is he never upset, he never celebrates a win. He's always stoic. Believe me, more than he wants to win, he hates to lose. And he is intensely, intensely competitive and really impressive, and probably the most likable guy in the book, I have to say.
The Celtics have got to win it. There's no doubt about it, obviously. He came on the show about a year ago. We loved chatting with him.
He's just a nice guy, right?
Well, just not only
genuine,
that, though,
humble, and
young, and the Celtics just they don't have to make a change for a long time.
Yeah,
and they've got a system that they clearly have the right players for. I'm a big fan of Brad Stevens.
Yeah,
and
me too.
So that's in your book right here. One last thing. So he doesn't sleep on airplanes. Were you on the planes with him?
I was not on the planes with him, but I talked to others with him. But like he dated his wife in college, and she said like when it came to finals, she'd be up all night cramming. He never had to cram because he had it kind of paced out. Here's what I need. And then, by the way, when the test is over, he kind of forgot the material. So it's not like he's this genius. He just knows how to take information, prepare it, get his system and routine down. So when that bell comes and he needs to answer it, he knows exactly what he wants to do.
It certainly helps with back-to-backs. It certainly helps in the NCAA tournament when he was going through all that. Do you know if he takes his shoes off on a plane? Do you know?
That I don't know. That'll be in the sequel.
That guy over there, that's self.
Takes his shoes off on the plane?
Yes.
On the plane.
Is that a bad thing?
Thank you. Thank you, Seth Davis.
You don't take your shoes off on the plane? I do. I don't take my socks off.
Exactly.
Does that help?
We're not animals.
Yes, you are an animal.
Yeah.
You're animals.
Yeah,
you're animals. Of course. You're on a plane. I mean, it's not your home, Seth. I mean, I know you can recline.
You can recline. Recline. They want you to feel at home, though.
The two of you guys. Enjoy.
We're here.
Have a Rich Eisen Show mug of Joe.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.